Jeffrey Maddox is the president of Nokia Canada. Hi, Mr. Maddox. Good to meet you and good to have you on our show tonight.
Hi, Bashi. Thanks for having me.
I was listening to the press conference with this announcement a bit earlier, and I know that you're not going to divulge all the details of what's going to be happening at this site because of the competitive environment, but I'm wondering if you can share with our audience tonight something tangible about what will be happening when everything is said and done, and also why your company chose here.
Great. Well, first of all, I think that's a great question, and I couldn't be more happy to share that with you. So Nokia has operated in Canada for over 30 years, dating back to the mid-'80s when Newbridge was founded here. It's changed company names over the year after Alcatel acquired Newbridge, later called Alcatel-Lucent, and now Nokia. So we have a long history of being in this market, and the why here really speaks a lot to our understanding and value of the Canadian talent pool. We have some of the best and brightest engineers in the world working in this footprint here, and we couldn't be happier to be able to take advantage of that knowledge as we seek to build world-leading products across all kinds of industries. So what are we doing was your other part of your question. Mm-hmm. We have 26 acres of property currently in the middle of Canada's North Business Park, and so our plans are to if you look at the property, we have our buildings and a large parking lot. So at the far end of the property, we're going to rebuild world-class labs and world-class office space. And to be honest, one of the beauties of being able to do this right now is that we're able to take advantage of all of the latest learnings of what it means to go back to an office with all of the experiences we've had over the last several years. So we're thrilled to be doing this now. We're thrilled to be doing it here. And it's really important because at the end of the day, we're a company that needs to attract talent. And so we're very excited about how people have responded to the announcement and the ability to really make this a real key jewel in the crown of Nokia in terms of attracting talent globally.
The CEO of Nokia this morning pointed out that Ontario is actually home to North America's largest tech cluster. I'm not sure if I didn't know this, to be honest, and I'm not sure if everyone watching did, outside of Silicon Valley. When you look ahead to the future, what role do you see this country playing? And then also, what are the largest impediments, do you think, that exist right now that might prevent that growth from happening?
Well, I think it's a great statistic for us. I started my career many years ago after graduating from university at McMaster. I started in Ottawa for Bell Northern Research, the then crown jewel of the Nortel business in the day. I've also worked in Silicon Valley, so I've seen firsthand the ingenuity and the business opportunity that exists. And so what opportunity exists, I'd say our talent pool is second to none. The people that work here, the students we graduate from universities, and frankly, the legacy of what's been done in telecommunications from Canada is second to nobody. I think there's a huge opportunity for us because as we contemplate the digital future across all kinds of industries, the types of technologies that Nokia and others are building is so critical as we think about how you would evolve industries, how you would digitize industries, and how we would continue to build and invent the next technologies that would allow us to continue to improve industries, how we live, work, and help the world act together is really the focus of what we're doing. So I think the opportunity is huge, and I think the group here is second to none.
Let me drill down into one aspect of that, or potential aspect of that, and that is something that Minister Champagne, the industry minister, mentioned in talking about the federal government's investment, and that was, he said, it's really positioning us for the next 10 to 20 years. It's looking at 5G and also opening the door to 6G. On 5G, I just wanted to ask you, after a long delay, you'll of course be as familiar as our audience that Canada banned Huawei and ZTE from participating in this country's network infrastructure. I think it was back in May. From your perspective, did the delay in making that decision slow the 5G rollout in this country down?
No, I don't believe that would have delayed the role of 5G. I think in Canada we enjoy some of the best quality networks. These are customers of mine that are building these networks. I think we have enjoyed really fantastic technologies in the Canadian market and at 4G, and I expect that the operators in this market will continue to do the same at 5G. And so the timing of 5G deployments were really led by the availability of spectrum, which as soon as the spectrum was released and cleared through the standard process about how that operates here, the operators were busy building out 5G networks, and I'm happy to say that they're continue to be active in doing that, and I fully expect that they will build world-class 5G networks just as they did at 4G.
Jumping kind of from Canada to the global stage, Huawei still dominates the global landscape, and you can correct my figures if we're wrong, but what we found was that they control about 30% of the global market share. Nokia has about 15%. Is it in your estimation or your company's estimation, can Nokia surpass Huawei on the global stage?
Certainly, Huawei has a significant presence in many markets globally, and they have earned that through years of significant investment and development. What I can tell you is our focus really is on continuing to develop the best products we can in the industry with the objective of being number one or number two in any market we choose to compete. And that takes an awful lot of investment. It takes world-class facilities. It takes a whole lot of talent to be able to achieve the type of R&D required so as to claim that if we're going after particular markets that we think we can do so and deserve to be to earn the rights to be number one market share. So it's certainly our mission to continue to take market share, not only in the Canadian market, but in all of the markets we operate. Nokia as a company operates in 130 countries globally. So we're a large company. We are certainly heavily invested in the future of 5G networking, but equally in terms of routing networking, fiber optic access, and even other technologies like submarine cables. So we're excited about the opportunities ahead. I think the pandemic has certainly taught us how valuable these networks are. I know there's often speculation about, well, how important does the bandwidth matter, or how big of a pipe might I need? You know, these types of meetings we're doing now from people's homes, running high definition video from fancy cameras in both directions, or the simple fact that as the pandemic took hold, that the network traffic would double or triple. These are massive problems for companies that build networks. And we're thrilled as a company that there's an awful lot of product in the Canadian network that helped allow these operators to be able to double the amount of capacity on the network, continue to increase the home bandwidth, and to do so in a reliable fashion. So we're excited to play a role, and we will continue to try and earn our opportunities, and when we get them, to try and to do so based on the backs of the strength of our product portfolio.
Okay, Mr. Maddox, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it, Vashi.
Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.